Now, the messenger said this to further underline the point. He said the sun is going down in the west. This teaching will raise a powerful son of truth and the spirit of truth from this part of our planet by us, whom God has raised up among us. He said that in 1974. He said that the son of truth, the spirit of truth, will be from among us in the west. That's further proof of what I'm talking about. Then, but let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to Mecca. Okay. Now, the pilgrimage or the Hajj to Mecca, when they make those 7 circles around that cube, right? Another name that it is called the cult of Saturn. You have people out there that say that what the Muslims are doing is cultic behavior. They call it the cult of Saturn. Why do they call the pilgrimage to Mecca and make the 7 circles around the cube the cult of Saturn? In the ancient times, the planet Saturn was worshipped as God. Because Saturn, according to ancient texts, neither rose nor set. Saturn was known as the black god, or Lord Saturn. Ancient Egyptian, ancient texts. Saturn, not the sun, but the planet Saturn was worshipped as God. They call the pilgrimage to Mecca the cult of Saturn. What's at the North Pole of Saturn? What's at the North Pole of Saturn is a hexagon, a 6-sided figure. It's a black hexagon at the North Pole of Saturn. They see it in 1979. It's still there today. It's a black hexagon that extends 60 miles from the North Pole of Saturn. If you take a cube and you look at it from every dimension from the top, you will see a 6-sided hexagon. Okay? I made a video on this on YouTube called Here is Wisdom 666. I think it started at part 13. You can check it out. You can actually see what I'm talking about. But just walking. Now, so at the top of Saturn, the planet Saturn in the heavens is a hexagon. You know the hexagon, it got 6 sides. A square got 4, a hexagon got 6, an octagon got 8, like a stop sign. A hexagon is a 6-sided figure. Well, if you look at a hexagon, if you was trying to draw a 3-dimensional if you try to draw a 3-dimensional cube in 2 dimensions and show all of its properties, you will draw a hexagon. Because a cube has 6 sides. If you turn it, you're gonna see a hexagon. Okay? The explanation of this is online. So the planet Saturn has a cube at the top of it. It has a 6-sided cube at the top of it. The planet Saturn has 7 major rings around it. Saturn, among the planets in our solar system, is known as the Lord of the Rings. It has 7 rings around it. And as I told you before, the planet Saturn was worshipped as God in the ancient times. The planet Saturn was also known as the Black Sun. You understand? Now remember that this Lord or this Lamb was slain. And at a certain point, the Lord said, I am he that lived and was dead, right? Now, we go to the 6th chapter of the book of Revelation, started at the 12th verse, it reads, "And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black, as a sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood." So, this verse precedes the final verse of this chapter that talks about the wrath of the Lamb, that they was running into the mountains and hillsides. Okay, this is what happened before they started running. The sun became black and the moon became as blood. That's a metaphor. We know, generally speaking, that the sun represents God, right? If the Revelator is telling you that the sun became black, what color was the sun before it was black in the last day? Who was ruling? What was the color of the sun? The color of God that was ruling before it became black. It was white. The white man. The sun was white for the last 6,000 years. The sun never set on the British Empire. You understand? So in the end, when the sixth seal was broken, right? The 6,000th year, right? You know that if you break something, you pass it. So when the sixth seal was broken, the sun became black. In the 7,000th year, the black man returns to power. And the moon became as blood. Blood is a sign of life. Blood flows through living creatures. The moon is a dead part of the earth. So when the scripture says that the moon became as blood, it is telling you, and the messenger said, that the moon is symbolic of the black man and woman of America. We were blasted away from Africa, and we lost our water, our knowledge, like the moon was blasted away from earth and lost all of its life. The white man blasted us from Africa, and we lost all the knowledge of ourselves, like the moon. But in the book of Revelation, in the last day, it tells you that the moon became as blood. The moon was returned to life. The black man was resurrected. I am he that lived and was dead, and behold, I'm alive forevermore. Now, so it tells you that the sun became black. I already told you that the planet Saturn, and I'm almost done. I told you that the planet Saturn was known as the black sun or the black god in ancient time. So, what are they doing in Mecca? They call it the cult of Saturn. When you look at Mecca, you see a black cube and people making 7 rings around it. When you look out into the heavens, you see Saturn with 7 rings around it, so they call that the cult of Saturn. And they make 7 rings around it. When the sixth ring is broken in the 7,000th year, the sun became black. They're making obeisance to a black thing in Mecca, the black stone. But the black stone will not be found in Mecca. The black stone is here. In conclusion, what happened? We are taught that Master Farad Muhammad is a lying person. Master Farad Muhammad is from Mecca. Yet, the world goes to Mecca and make pilgrimage and kiss a black rock. Yet, Allah himself, Master Farad Muhammad, left Mecca and came to America, in particular Detroit. He came to America and kissed us. What happened in the movie The Matrix when the one died? Neo. In the movie The Matrix, when he was killed. Trinity, symbolically, Trinity, that's the God kissed him. And he was resurrected. He kissed the sun. Like David said. So, Master Farad, even God came to America and showed us love and mercy and kissed us. So what they're doing, the ritual that's taking place in Mecca, Arabia, was symbolically us. That took place here in America. And Allah came in the 7,000th year and kissed us. Okay? Now, remember, Yaqub told his maid man he had 6 days to do his work. In the 7,000th year, your brother coming from the east is going to eat you up and destroy you. This is why we are hated, we are killed, and we are despised. Because these people know the prophecy. They make movies about it. They hide it. They're inverted, so they'll hide the truth from them. It's like they make the movie The Omen. An omen is the word omen means a prophecy. And generally, an omen means something evil, like, oh, this, like a bad moon, like something terrible coming. And they told you that the child born with the 3 sixes was evil. He's the beast. He's evil. He's about to do evil. Well, you know that couldn't be true because it's already, okay, can you think of something evil that has not happened in this world? The beast is already here. But in the movie The Omen, that child, like we just went through, was born. He had 3 sixes in his head. That's simple. As I told you before, I told you that the black man, out of them came the Japanese, the Chinese, and the white man. It's 3 people. And I told you before that your DNA, your essence, if you stretch it out, 6 feet long. So inside of you and me is the Japanese, the Chinese, and the white man. They're inside of us. We are the man with 3 sixes. You and me are the one with 666 in our brain, in our head. What do I mean? Where do you think the life germ or sperm come from? The life germ that reproduces you and me, the sperm, is here, travels down the spine, and rests in the testicles. Okay? So we have 3 sixes in our brain. From our seed came all these other men. So in that movie, they showed you him looking literally at 3 sixes, and he, oh my God, he starts running. But what happened in the movie? His teacher told him, when he found out who he was, he told that child to read the book of Revelation. Right before Daniel Beetle, the child found out the movie Omen, he was told, read the book of Revelation. And he read the book, and understood, and he found out what it was talking about. And remember I told you that that child that was born, that was caught up to God, and took the book out of the hand of him that sat on the throne, that was sealed with 7 seals, that child read the book of Revelation. That child found out who he was. So, the white man knows this. So he's been after that person, that man, that prophet. The FBI under J. Edgar Hoover had a program to stop the rise of a black messiah. J. Edgar Hoover was a Shriner. This white man knows the prophecy. Most of your presidents are Shriners. They was after that child to kill that child, but they missed. Or they prophesied this. So, as I told you last week, the Satan knows he has but a short time. And in order for us to be saved and escape damnation, we gotta have the name of the Lord written in our mind. Remember, the book of Revelation said that the 7th angel or the Lamb will swear by him that liveth forever and ever. Do I need to read that verse, or are you familiar with that? That he swear by him that liveth forever and ever, that time shall be no more. Let me read it and I'm close. I promise. It says it right here. In the 10th chapter of Revelation, the 6th verse. And I swear by him, and the angel which I saw upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever and ever, that there should be time no longer. That's in the 6th verse. So the 7th angel, the Lamb, is going to swear by him that liveth forever and ever, that time should be no longer. Well, him that liveth forever and ever, that's God. And the reason why the Lamb or the 7th angel is swearing by him, because remember, God shall give him power to rule over the nations. So the Lamb or the 7th angel is going to swear by him that liveth forever and ever. Now, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad told you that Master Farad Muhammad, that this God, his wisdom shall reign forever. Not for every 25,000 years, but his wisdom is going to rule for eternity. That the wisdom of Master Farad Muhammad is forever. So we know from the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that he that liveth forever and ever is Master Farad Muhammad. His mind, that wisdom that he has, is going to continue for eternity. And the 7th angel is going to swear by him that liveth forever and ever. Well, he that liveth forever and ever is Farad. I swear by Farad that time shall be no longer. This angel is going to be a worshiper of Farad Muhammad. And Farad Muhammad is that Lord that came that had a name that no man knew but he himself. And that name is Farad. I covered this last week. Okay? So, in conclusion, we have established that what's taking place today is that the next kings, the lords of the earth that's going to rule forever is the black man and black woman in America. And the ones that make it out are going to have their father's name written in their forehead. And that name, I am telling you, is Farad. Now, these that escape the judgment with their father's name, that 144,000, with their father's name in their forehead, these are going to be the next rulers. And this is why the white man at this time is going into overdrive to kill as many of us as possible. He is looking and seeking to kill and devour every one of us here that does not have the Father's name written in our forehead. Those he has authority over to kill, and that's what he's trying to get. Now, you may not agree that that name Farad is the name that should be written in your forehead. You may not agree with that, but you cannot deny what is written. Those that are saved are those that have a name written in their mind, and those that are damned are those that are found without that name in their mind. You can't deny that, because that's written. I am simply enunciating to you that that name is Farad. And I'm enunciating to you that the judgment is going to be presided over according to the book and according to the teaching of the messenger by one of us. It's going to be raised and given power, and it's going to judge this white man. Like Allah raised Moses, there's going to be a black man in this country that's going to be raised by God that's going to carry out judgment. Thank you. Any questions?